What are you feeling right now? It must be pure frustration because you had a lot of opportunities to score a goal today.
Yeah, obviously we are frustrated about the result. Obviously, even if we have good chances, we could do much better on the pitch. Maybe our attitude could be better. And football is like this: if you don't score and you concede, you have big chances to lose a match. So, and what's happened tonight?
Are you taking it game by game, or are you looking at the table a bit, knowing as well you have Chelsea next?
Of course, if you are fighting for something, you go and look for the table. But our focus is on the next challenge, and the next one is a really important one. It was the same for this night here. Really important to get the 3 points, to keep the running going. We know that this is a decisive moment, but now we can't stay looking to the last game to look into this night. We need to focus on the next challenge.
Final question here. Do you think that COVID, for some of your players returning, played a role in rustiness? You haven't played some matches in a while. Van Dijk, for example, last 2 Premier League games he's missed. Fabinho as well. Yeah,
I believe it have an impact in the players who wasn't training properly, couldn't train properly, wasn't playing as well. So when you stay away for a while, you lost a little bit the rhythm. But this can't be an excuse for us. The other players, all of them were fit. We have a time to rest as well in between the last match from Premier League and today. So we cannot give excuse. And we did a good job, like having the opportunities. If we score and keep the clean sheet, it will be everything fine, and we will be telling a different story now.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us. All the best.
Thank you, guys.
Well, he was pretty honest there. Could you hear him properly?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he was pretty honest. I mean, he doesn't want to fault the fact that some of their key players, Fabinho, Van Dijk, have had COVID. They've come back. They haven't been able to play the team. They've been isolating. Just not match fit, maybe. Not trying to make excuses here, but it could be a factor as well, Rich.
I think it's going to have a factor. And again, each individual case you have to take on its own merit, because some might recover very quickly and some obviously might take a few more games to get back into it. But it's going to be the same for every single team. They're going to have to suffer. You've seen this week that a lot of games are called off, but most of the teams have played. And I would imagine a lot of them are coming back from injury and COVID as well. So I think Liverpool will be thinking that they've done enough to win the game tonight. They created chances. He just said they played a good game, but in critical moments, in the big moments in the game, it didn't quite go their way. So they'll be disappointed, but I still think they'll believe that they should have won the game.
Yeah. The COVID thing is just, I said it before, but it keeps playing in my mind that someone like Kevin De Bruyne, who has to come out and say, I've had the long COVID effect. It's taken me a while to get back into the groove of things, so to get his fitness back. I still remember he said sometimes he'll just do a couple of sprints and he is shattered. And this was weeks after he recovered, I'm using that loosely, recovered from COVID.
Yeah, that's the reality, is it? We don't know how each individual player will be affected by COVID and how long it will be before they get back to the best. Virgil van Dijk is one of the Liverpool players who has suffered from it. I think one of the big positives for Virgil this season has been he missed so much of last season, and he's been back to the levels before that injury. Now we've all had injuries, and it's difficult to come back from an injury to be at that level again. Virgil's been at that level.
Do you think so far this season he's hit the highs, which saw him as a run-up to the Ballon d'Or?
Look at how many clean sheets Liverpool have had. Alisson's been stood there. The protection he's had in a lot of games. He's only had one shot on target to deal with tonight. You know, how much did Leicester really open Liverpool up tonight? There was a few times where Virgil van Dijk, I thought, is he going to be put under a bit of pressure here by Vardy? I thought he handled him really well. I thought the manager was sensible to take Fabinho off as well. We spoke about him being on 4 yellow cards. If he was to get a cheap second yellow card tonight, he would have missed that massive game against Chelsea. I think the manager recognised that, because there was a little bit of frustration. We spoke about that frustration, the fans, and all it would have took is a mistimed challenge. And rather than it being a foul, it's a yellow card. So I thought Jurgen made the right decision to bring Fabinho off in that instance, because Liverpool weren't under pressure defensively going forward. So that was a big call tonight. So he wasn't really tested a great deal going forward, I didn't think.